In a quiet town, near the old train station, there lived an old man everyone knew, yet few really saw. His beard was long, his clothes torn, and his hands always stretched out. Every morning he sat at the same place by the tracks, whispering in a voice worn by time, "Spare a coin? Spare a coin for bread?" People passed quickly, some turning away, others tossing a coin without a word. To them, he was just another beggar, a shadow in the crowd. But one day, something changed. A young businessman stopped in front of him. Unlike the others, he didn't rush. He looked at the old man's eyes, tired yet strangely alive. The old man stretched his palm out again. "Please, a coin?" The businessman sighed. "Old man, money without meaning is wasted. If you want me to give you something, then you must give something in return, even the smallest thing." The beggar blinked. His lips trembled. I have nothing." The man shook his head gently. "Then find something. Something only you can give." And with that, he walked away. The old man sat in silence, his heart heavy with shame. For years he had believed his only worth was his outstretched hand. But that night, under the pale light of the street lamps, he thought deeply. He wandered into the nearby fields, where wildflowers grew in forgotten corners, tulips, daisies, little white blossoms that swayed under the moon. He bent down, his fingers trembling, and carefully picked a small bouquet. For the first time in years, his hands carried not emptiness, but beauty. The next morning, at the train station, he did not beg. Instead, when people walked by, he lifted the flowers with a shy smile. "Good morning. A flower for a smile. If you wish, a coin." At first, people laughed. Some shook their heads. But then, something unexpected happened. A little girl tugged her mother's sleeve. She wanted a flower. The mother smiled, dropped a coin into the old man's hand, and together they walked away with joy in their eyes. Then another person stopped, then another. And soon, the beggar who once begged for pity became the man who sold hope, one flower at a time. Days turned into weeks. The old man's corner by the station was no longer a place of sorrow. It was a place of light. Travelers carried his flowers onto trains. Children waved at him. Couples bought blossoms as tokens of love. And every evening, when the last train left, the old man would look at the few coins in his pocket and whisper to himself, "It wasn't the money that saved me. It was the dignity of giving something back." The businessman who had once spoken to him returned months later. He almost didn't recognize the old man. His back straighter, his eyes brighter, a small basket of fresh flowers at his side. The old man smiled warmly. "You were right. I did have something to give." And the businessman, touched, bought a flower and placed it gently in his jacket pocket. Not because he needed it, but because he knew that flower carried a story of redemption. So remember this: no matter how small, you always have something to give. Your kindness, your smile, your time. And sometimes the act of giving is what saves us the most. This is the whisper of hope.